Alright, today I kind of just wanted to run through my 5-minute art speech that I have to give tomorrow, and then I figured I may as well go through some other stuff while I'm at it. But to start it off, I want to document the fact that I am indeed now crippled. The context behind that is I was doing some competitive exercising like the other day, and then by the end of the day I was feeling quite sore and quite messed up, and then the next morning I woke up and I could not lift my leg to get out of med. So I spent like a good 30 seconds like cripply like maneuvering myself off the bed, and then walking down the stairs was even worse. So basically I crippled myself. It's like a hip problem. I don't really know why. And then I went to see the school physical therapist. He did the whole, does it hurt, does it hurt, does it hurt? And then I was like, yes, there, it hurts. He's like, all right, you have a hip flexor problem. Don't, or just rest yourself and then come back and do some strength stretches. I'm like, all right, bet. So I've been crippled, and I'm now in cripple recovery mode, and I can't walk straight without an awkward limp, so that's always fun to do. But that's just one aspect. Christmas is coming up soon. I don't know why I'm discussing it now. Oh, because I already have my gifts. Because my mom was going on a rant about like how Christmas gifts are too difficult to get, and like all that good stuff, and like, do you really want a gift? And I'm the type of kid that like never asked for anything during the year. At least I stopped at some point. So she was kind of just like, do you want any gifts? I'm like, no. But when she asked the question, that really tempts you a lot. So I instantly went to Amazon and looked up random things that interested me. So I sent her 3 things to buy for me this Christmas. One, it was a phone case, because my phone case is disgusting. This thing has not been replaced. I have it taped because this metal ring won't, like, it doesn't work. It's like broken. So basically, this phone case is disgusting. I like a new like screen protector too. That would be nice, but like, that's just too expensive. No, I'm just too lazy. But first, I got a phone case. Second, I got wireless earbuds. I think that's what they're called. Not AirPods, because those are like $500 and they're like exactly the same as regular earbuds. But I got wireless earbuds because my mom initially bought some a while ago, and I stole them, and now they are mysteriously disappeared, aka I traded them with my dad, and I no longer have them. So I want another pair of wireless earbuds, so I just got some of that. And then third, I got this weird fidget toy thing. It was only like $5. I don't know why I bought it. I like saw a random video while I was scrolling one day, and I'm like, this fidget toy looks cool, so I bought it. It's like not really widely known. In fact, most people probably don't know it exists. It's like a little spinny keychain thing. I don't really know, but it looked cool, so I added it to the list, and she bought it. So now my Christmas is not a surprise. It's not Christmas, come down, open presents that you don't know. It's Christmas, you already had your presents a week ago, so there's nothing to really celebrate. And I don't really care, because this is probably a better Christmas in terms of gifts than the previous few years. I think last year all I got was like a hoodie. I got like this USB memory thing that I think was pretty cool. I don't really use it anymore. I got a wallet. I got more wallets than cash, so I'm still broke, and like it doesn't really matter if I have 5 wallets if I have no cash. But anyways, last Christmas was pretty disappointing, but I've set my expectations for Christmas extremely low, because one Christmas story time, a few years back, on one of the Christmases, I got a cardboard robot toy, a book, and then a Toy Story 4 Buzz Lightyear little guy. That was quite possibly the most disappointing Christmas. That's when Christmas fell off for me. That's when I realized I don't like toys anymore. But the best part is, like, I wasn't even that disappointed by getting like these 3 random crap items. I then compared myself to my friend's presents, because every kid has to compare themselves to their friend's presents. And I noticed that my friend got an $1,000 gaming setup with a PC, headphones, keyboard, mouse, gaming chair, monitor. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's $1,000 right there. And that just like greatly put my Toy Story 4 toy to shame. So that kind of just made me extremely disappointed per se. Basically, I've never had high expectations for Christmas ever since. And plus, during the year, I never asked for presents anyway, so like, I guess it makes sense not to have any expectations. But this year, my mom was like, just straight up, she's like, do you want anything? I'm like, sure, because I just decided to freaking randomly find some crap. So honestly, good parenting move by her, because now I can actually get some stuff that I like kind of wanted. I mean, it's not even that expensive. Like the earbuds were like $20. That's like the most expensive thing. So overall, that'll be the Christmas aspect of this year. And then other things, I took my 2 midterms, the only 2 relevant ones, the math one and the chemistry one. The chemistry one was today, the math one was yesterday. Both of them were pretty much light work. They were pretty easy overall. I'm not that stressed. And then history, I took a quiz today. I got a 90, which is kind of stupid, but I don't know. My grade is still an A in that class, so I'm chilling. I think my grades for the quarter for each class is an A, I'm pretty sure. Unless I bombed the chemistry midterm, which I'm pretty sure I didn't, because it was extremely easy and all that good stuff. So that leaves tomorrow to be the humanities midterm, and then next Monday is the research midterm, both of which should be pretty easy, except tomorrow the humanities midterm is the speech, the 5-minute speech on like what's it called? A random noun. I already went through this, and I gave my presentation last time, and it went like 10 minutes. So today, I'm going to try to give a condensed version of the speech that hopefully does not take, more than 5 minutes, because 5 minutes is the time limit. So I'm going to run through my speech on art, and then, hope that it's not over 5 minutes. So it's currently timestamp 6:35. So I'll start at 6:45, and hopefully it doesn't go past 5 minutes. So 6:45. Okay, so today I'm here to talk about art, and before you actually talk about art, you kind of need to define what exactly is art. So in my own definition, art is basically a creation of which that can stir human emotion. Now, with this definition in mind, I then categorized 3 different categories of art that I found to be the most relevant. And those 3 categories are visual art, verbal art, and musical art. And of these three categories, I believe that musical art is the best form. Now, first we need to understand what each of these categories actually is. Visual art is pretty self-explanatory. It's whatever art that you perceive with your sight. So most commonly thought of as like paintings and sculptures, whatever you see at the art museum. A big argument is whether nature is a visual art, because people argue like, who is the creator of nature? There's no actual creator of nature. But then you can also argue that God is the creator of nature, which is a perfectly sound argument to me. Either way, I agree with any argument that states nature is an art, because I do think nature is beautiful and intricate, and it should be considered an art. But overall, visual art is a art perceived by sight. That's all it is. Now, verbal art. It gets a bit more broad and complex, but essentially down to the basics, verbal art is art formed by words. So this can range from poems, to books or speeches, all of this type of stuff. Anything with words is basically a verbal art. And there's plenty of genres of verbal art, different genres of books, different genres of like poems and like speeches. There are sad speeches, there are hate speeches. There's plenty of different genres of verbal art as well. Now, musical art is probably also quite easy to define. It's the art of melody. Essentially, if you're creating a melody, and it can stir human emotion, then it's musical art. Now, with these 3 definitions and categories in mind, you might be wondering, how is musical art the best one? So to answer that, I'm going to take my mind to the other 2 forms of art. So when you think about visual art and verbal art, I can assume that most people in the world do not particularly or actively care about visual art. Like, nobody nowadays would like actively be like watching or going to like art museums or like actively looking up on their phone like beautiful images or something. Nobody does that. And if someone does do that, they're an extremely rare exception. At the same time, not really that many people are like actively appreciating verbal art. I mean, it is relatively common for people to read books or poems or something, and like it's pretty uncommon for people to read like speeches or something, or look up like a speech and like just listen to that. That's like I said with the other one, it's uncommon. There's the occasional exception, but it's relatively uncommon. Now, music on the other hand is the complete opposite, because nowadays literally everybody listens to music, and this is proven by the fact that when you walk around, you see everyone with their little AirPod iMacs like 20 Pros. I don't know what generation they're on now, but basically everyone's listening to music with their wireless earbuds. So a big factor that makes music better now, especially now in this modern age, is because of accessibility. Because everyone has wireless earbuds. This is the new era of technology. Music is just way easier to like accessorize and just like access with the new technology. And then music also itself is an extremely impactful form of art because everyone, it's like a common idea that like when you're feeling a certain way, you can use music to shift your own emotion. Like sad people can be like, oh, I want to listen to uplifting music, or if you're feeling stressed, then you can listen to calming music. Basically, music is an extremely like powerful form to like shift your emotions in an intended way. So based off those two things, you can basically conclude that music is the best form of art just because it's such like an easily accessible form of art. It's generally appealing and just the most impactful overall. But anyways, that's why I believe musical art is the best form of art. Thank you. And that's pretty much my whole speech. And if I do the math, 6:45 plus 5 is 11:45, and I did not reach that. So I'm under 5 minutes, and I should be chilling. And I think that's fine overall. I don't really care as long as as long as my point is clear and concise. I think tomorrow is fine. But anyways, that's all I wanted to do today. I also need to go to sleep soon and get less crippled. So that's it. Nice.